Hey everybody, it's Second Chance Adventures. Today's day number 207 after having gastric bypass surgery. So I'm going to be going on vacation here at the end of this month in June. I'm going to be going to Branson, Missouri. If you're in Branson, Missouri, let me know. Maybe I'll see you down there sometime. If you happen to see me and you know who I am, come up and take a picture with me. That would be awesome. I'm pretty friendly, I like to get along with people. So today I wanted to talk about that. So something that fat people go through when it comes to traveling is a multiple list thing. So the first thing that, and it's not all fat people, but a lot of them, me and people I know personally, struggles that people who are overweight go through when they're overweight when it comes to traveling starts out with, what to pack, a lot of people who are overweight, have a lot of body pain, so they have to bring, medicine and creams or whatever it is they need, maybe even a heating pad. It takes up more room, it's kind of annoying, and you got to drag it around and stuff. Things like if you're going to go swimming, you start to panic and think, everybody else is going to be looking so good, and I'm the fat one, and I'm going to be wearing this really ugly bathing suit, and I'm fat and I'm going to feel very uncomfortable. Let's just be honest, that's kind of how it happens. Not everybody, but a lot of us do. What's something else when it comes to traveling? Sitting in the car for so long, or an airplane, or wherever you're at. When you're really overweight and you're like me and you've had body pain since before you even went to middle school because of your weight or for any other reason, you do not want to sit in a car or an airplane for such a long time, because it's gonna hurt, and you know that, and you're gonna be very uncomfortable, and people around you are gonna know that you're uncomfortable, and then it could even bother other people because you're just constantly moving around and adjusting yourself, grunting and making a bunch of noise, and it irritates people. It does. I know that because I've done it plenty of times, and it just makes it very obvious, and everybody knows, and they start to talk about it or at least think about it. It's because you're fat. It's because you're fat. You're out of shape. You're too big. Fat people know it, and they know that you're thinking it. It's just a known thing. You just get used to it. You just automatically know. When it comes to traveling, something else that eventually might happen is finding regular clothes to wear while you're out on vacation. Especially like in the summertime. Like, it's going to be really hot out. Like if you go to the beach or you go somewhere that's hot and you do a lot of walking and a lot of on foot travel or whatever you're doing, hiking. I don't know what else you could do. You have to find something that kind of looks good, that's going to keep you cool down, because let's just be honest, and I've said this many times in other videos, when you're really fat and it's summertime, the weather is not your friend. It really is not, because even during the wintertime, the fatter you are, the more out of shape you are, you still sweat a lot, even in the wintertime. I did. Even in blizzards, I would be so hot because I'm just so overweight. But then when you're on vacation with other people and you're doing a lot of moving around and it's hot, you have to find something nice to wear, and it'll keep you nice and cool and try to make you as comfortable as possible. Not always the easiest thing. And then when you're out on your vacation with other people, you're sweating a lot, you're slowing down, and then you're slowing everybody else down, and you're dragging people down, and you're slowing the whole thing down. And you know it, they know it, you know that they know it. It gets really embarrassing because you have to sit down and rest, and people are like, are you kidding me? We just did this like an hour ago, and you need to sit down again? How do I know this? Because it's happened to me and other people that I know. And again, it doesn't happen to everybody who is overweight, but a lot of people go through it. What's something else that could happen? In my experiences, ever going on vacation, I would just say the fact that the biggest thing is that you're just really uncomfortable. I mean, yeah, people like to go on trips, but if you're not comfortable and you're in a lot of pain and you're dragging the whole thing down, a lot of times you don't even want to go. Most of the time when people would invite me to go places, a lot of times I would just say no. It's not because I just didn't want to go. It's just because when you're just so fat and out of shape and you're in so much pain all the time and you're hot and uncomfortable, you just don't want to be the person to drag everybody down and make the trip miserable. So I just always said, no, I don't want to go, because it's just happened several times, in my younger days, that I just never went. Well, see, I'm going to be going at the end of this month here in June. This is June 2023. and I'm over 90 pounds lighter, and I'm not in as much body pain. Like before, it was like a 20 out of 10. Now, like the worst it could ever be so far, it was like a 3. And that was just because I really overworked my body the day before doing a bunch of work. But it only went to like a 3. You know, losing so much weight like that can have so many benefits, you know, not just for yourself, but for like outings, you know, and not ruining things for other people while you're doing it too, you know. I'm just really excited because it's probably the first time I'm ever going to go on a trip where I'm not going to be in so much pain and I'm not going to be sweating a lot, you know. I mean, I don't even sweat hardly anymore. It's crazy. Even if it's like 100 degrees out, I don't even sweat anymore. It's so weird. It's like, oh, there's not a bunch of sweat everywhere, you know, which is, you know, a good thing. I'm not complaining, but, you know, just kind of something new. I'm going to be going on vacation, and it's going to be the first time I'm probably going to be able to just enjoy it and relax and be able to take pictures and feel good about it, you know. Now, don't get me wrong, I still have about 80, 85 pounds left to go, but I started at like 180 pounds to lose, so that's a big jump, you know. I'm still overweight, yes, but I have dropped a lot. Like, I don't remember exactly the number, but I did a BMI like before and a BMI like yesterday or the day before, and wow, the big difference in number. Now I still have a lot to lose, but I have gotten so much of it gone, and it just makes me feel good knowing that I'm going to go on vacation and it's going to be great. Like the first time ever, I'm going to actually enjoy a vacation. So we're going to be going to Branson. It's going to be awesome. Hope to see you there. I'm thinking about going to Silver Dollar City. I haven't been there since like the late 90s, early 2000s, something like that. I know I'm pretty sure it's a lot different now over 20 years. I'm thinking about going back to the Titanic Museum because those of you who know me personally, one of my biggest fascinations in life is like sea disasters, like ships that went under, planes that went under, particularly ships. Like I remember seeing Titanic in the theater in like the late 90s when I was a lot younger, and I was just so fascinated by it. You know, and I wasn't paying attention to like the scenes, you know, which ones I'm talking about. I was more interested in the science and like the physics, the chemistry of all the stuff that was going on, and I was just so fascinated by it that it's just something that I always like to read and study about, things like that. Um, I went to the Titanic Museum when I was a teenager, and I was just in awe. Like, it was like one of the greatest places I ever went. I went with my dad when we went on vacation, so I'm gonna go there. And I would like to go to some kind of show. I wish I could go to some kind of opera show. One place I've always wanted to go to is an opera show, and this is something else I like to talk about. So I'm not a fancy person. I'm not. I'm not one to have jewelry. I'm not one to have fancy clothes, name brand stuff. I'm not. I'm a very simple person. But one thing I would like to do at least once in my life is dress in a really pretty black dress and have my hair fixed up and wear like really pretty, you know, jewelry, simple, have my nails done, and go to like an opera show. That is like one of my bucket list things. Might sound kind of lame to some people, but I love opera. I've always loved classical music. I played in the orchestra for over 10 years. And speaking of that, I have a chance to go back to orchestra, and that'll be in another video. But we're going to stick to this for now. And when it comes to the opera show, I never went because I was always too fat. And you cannot find really pretty clothes for really fat people. You just cannot. And if you do, if you're lucky to find it, it's going to cost you so much money. It's ridiculous. I mean, clothes are already expensive as it is, but like having nice clothes is more expensive, and then having nice clothes for really fat people, just forget it, you know. But knowing that all this weight is coming off, I'm going to be able to fulfill that desire, that dream of just dressing up really beautiful and going to a nice opera show and just enjoying it and enjoying the music and everything like that. It would be awesome. It's just great going back to the vacation. This is going to be the first vacation I've ever been on where I'm going to be the most comfortable so far, because I'm going to be able to feel prettier and be more relaxed. Because when you're more relaxed, you'll be able to enjoy whatever it is you're doing. But when you're uncomfortable and you know, just not feeling good about yourself, you can't enjoy what you're doing. You know, you really just can't. And it, like I said a million times, it doesn't apply to all people who are overweight. And you know, if it doesn't, good for you. But a lot of people it does. You know, and but then we try to hide it by smiling, fake smiling in the pictures, you know, and joking and making ha-has and stuff. But a lot of times you just want to get the heck out of there because you know you're not comfortable. Let's just be honest. If you've been there, let me hear a story about it because I'm telling you mine. But that's all I have for today. I cannot wait to go on vacation. And don't worry, I'll show you guys some pictures here and there whenever we go and come back. We'll be back on the 4th of July. And I guess I'll just see you guys later. I just wanted to share a little story with you guys about vacation and things that people who are overweight go through when it comes to traveling, vacation, things like that, activities. You know, and the reason why I tell stories about what I go through is because you might be able to spot these things with other people and then reflect back on my videos and say, oh, I remember her talking about that. Oh, okay, I see this now. Okay. And you'll have a little more understanding and a little more compassion for that person because, yeah, some people, whether you're fat or not, you know, happy or not, depressed or not, successful or not, a lot of people smile, but a lot of times it's fake and they're hiding so much. So try to be a little more open-minded and try to understand things, okay? Makes people's life a little more easier. I'll see you guys later. Have a good rest of the day. Bye.